Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
What up? I don't know what happened. He was just saying here with us. Welcome back to the Morning Mac Show. You in here, please like, share, subscribe. You watching on YouTube. We're gonna have a good one today. Get some people some time to get in here. You in here, put something in the comments. Grand Rising. So we got 6 people in here so far. We got a good one today. We're gonna talk about some things the news ain't talking about. And I want to know why they not talking about it. Oh, my bad, Stace. Let me send you the link. Whoever ain't got the link and you watching, just reach out to me. Let me know. My girl Riri, she coming back today from the eye doctor, so she gonna pop in with us. So she probably ain't send y'all the link. So let me know if you need the link. I got you. because I'm pretty sure she couldn't see it today. Trey Money, you already know where he at. He probably at work getting that money as usual. Weezy Wee, I don't know, she might pop in. We gonna see. So far, I know me and Uncle E in here. And maybe my boy Stay. I'm about to send you the link now. Hold on. If I can find you. And we're gonna share David Green recap. Some of y'all probably seen it on Facebook. I seen some of y'all in the comments. Some of y'all liked and shared it. Appreciate y'all sharing some love. We had a good time in Cumberland. For some people who missed it, we still gonna share it. I'm just gonna give some people time to get in here, so I ain't gotta repeat the video over and over. You already know how people get. Hey, play it again, Ma. Play it back. But I will give y'all a sneak peek of what we gonna talk about today, cause it ain't that long. But it's talking prison reform. We done talked about all types of stuff on here. But the one thing they didn't talk about on the news recently, I don't know if y'all heard about the prison breakout. And what's crazy is you can Google it and they tell you about it. But for some reason, I don't see no news outlets that covered it. You know, and I done seen them talk about dogs and all types of stuff. They got the time, they got the window. I just want to know why they haven't spoken this at all. And I pull up the article. Like you just Google what I'm talking about, you'll see. I pull it up for y'all. I'm gonna Google it for y'all, so y'all have an idea what this lady talking about. Cause I was confused too. I was like, I ain't hear nothing. And this happened on February 22nd. It's the 24th. So that was just 2 days ago. 23 inmates escaped from a prison in Mexican resort town. And it's in Peru. See, the incident included killing of one guard. So one guard died in the incident. And I heard, 23 inmates escaped. This was a planned attack. I just want to know why they're not talking about it at all. This something I thought they'd talk about. They done made movies about stuff like this. And what's crazy is a movie coming out called Prison Break in this year, 2026. So I don't know. Could it be programming? Who knows? But if y'all heard a news outlet talked about this, please let me know. Because I want. Damn, they kicked me out. I must be talking about something I'm supposed to be talking about. That just make me want to talk about it even more. So we definitely gonna share the clip now. If Uncle and them pull in, we just fill them in when they get in here. But I'm gonna play old girl clip. We have an idea what she talking about because she's from that area. That's how I've been finding out. People from the area been posting. It was one lady said she caught on fire. It was all types of stuff. We gonna share it though. That's why I like to hear from people that actually live in those areas that they talking about. Like they say something happened in New York. I don't need to be hearing from everybody in Virginia talking about, nah, this what happened. Like I want to hear the people who live right there in that area who actually was affected probably by this. So let's hear from what this lady was talking about and get an idea of what they talking about, these 23 prisoners breaking out. It always 2, 3, or always somehow add the 6, 2 times 3. I don't know. I'm just a numbers guy. It just seems like these numbers always be funny. Let's hear what she said.
9 p.m. in Puerto Vallarta. I wanted to touch on the prison break. In the middle of all the fires, explosions, and everything that happened today, members of organized crime broke into the prison in Puerto Vallarta, killed a number of guards that officials have yet to confirm, and several prisoners broke out. The authorities have not yet spoken on what happened, exactly how many people were killed or nothing, but it's been confirmed that this happened by eyewitnesses. As it was happening around noon, we were getting messages from people that we knew that had driven by and saw what was going on, and they saw the prisoners running across the street. For as late as it is, honestly, the authorities haven't given us much. We received one directive from the president that didn't really address much. They did cancel schools, but we haven't really received any official reports of casualties, the prison break, how many, people have been hurt. I know there's a video circulating of a woman that was, caught on fire during one of the gas stations getting lit up. So our authorities have yet to even really give us any explanation or any numbers or any reports. We're all just relying on social media reports of eyewitnesses and what everybody's posting on social media. So the same way that you guys are checking here for updates, I'm checking local sources from news reporter, other people that live here, because our authorities have yet to really give us anything concrete. 10:09 p.m. in Puerto Vallarta. I wanted to touch on the prison break.
She ain't got much neither. I guess they government do the same thing down there. And they probably way more corrupt than what we are here in America, or we better at hiding it. But I don't think this is by mistake, man. Ain't no way that you can break into a prison, man, get 23 of them out. That's probably what the 23 they was aiming for. I just think like if I'm in there, I'm gonna try to run out too if I see everybody else running out. But kill one guard. It's like how many? If it's 23 prisoners that escaped, one guard was killed. Where was the rest of the guards at? It just be seemed like an inside job. It seemed like the other guards was in on it, and that one guy who died was the only one that actually was trying to do his job. But have anybody heard about any of this on the news? I ain't hear nothing about it. And I already showed y'all, if we Google it, it actually show you that this did happen February 22nd. And it was 23 inmates who escaped from this prison. And it was one guard who was killed. So why is the news not covering it? And everybody would say, Mo, why you don't watch the news? Because they don't talk about shit. All they do is talk about probably one or two local things that happen. And then they get into it and then cut to something else and go to commercial and then have you waiting for them to tell the whole story. And then by the time they tell the whole story, they done loop the same story that they talked about previous before that. And it's to keep you waiting and keep you waiting. And they just keep feeding you other stuff over and over. Then they finally tell you what happened at the story that you actually watching the news about. And it don't be that much. And then the next hour, the exact same news come on repeat. And then you watch another channel, they talking about the same thing word for word most times. So it's like, man, like we want to talk about everything. That's why I think social media is a good outlet to have. I'm not saying that's the only place you should go look for your news. You can still watch the news, but I'm saying don't just leave it there. Don't be that person like, nah, I watch the news. I don't take no information from social media. And don't be that person that, oh, I just look at social media. I don't take no info from the news. You know, it's like if I see them talking about something, I look more into it and see what they're talking about online and vice versa. So in this case, I heard them talking about it online, and now I'm looking to see what they're talking about on the news, and I can't find it. You know, but most times when it's the opposite, when something happened on the news, I can find people talking about it on social media. But this is so weird to me, man. It's no way that 23 prisoners broke out of prison and the news not talking about it. I don't care where it happened at. This shit could have happened in Antarctica. Like they should be talking about it. There's no way. And then for God to die, it's like, come on, he risked his life. Y'all ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all, we don't know who it is. He, she, what? Like, come on, man. He should be a hero or something. It's just weird. It's just weird to me, man. We got another guest just popped in here with us. Let's say grand rising to the brother. What's up? What's up, Trip?
Yo, what it do, man?
Man,
Salutations.
man, what is good? Appreciate you tapping in with us, brother. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm good, man. You know, hanging in there. Sick of this damn snow, but we here.
Yeah, we got a little bit, but it ain't really do much. See, I barely see it on the ground anymore. Just to fill you in, they were saying that it was a prison break out in Mexico. It was 23 prisoners that broke away, and one of the guards died, but it ain't no news coverage on it, you know, and there's people around the
Oh,
internet talking about it. So I was asking
figure
people,
it out.
hit any news coverage on this? Because this is serious. You got 23 prisoners. They had to cancel school for these kids, you know, and ain't no telling when they gonna go back because these criminals so-called out there free. So it's just like, where are they? You know, it's like, is somebody housing them? They had to have some type of plan in case they leave. But what's your thoughts on this? Why you think the news not covering it? Or if there is, why you think we probably ain't hear about it yet?
Oh, I'll tell you this. One thing, first and foremost, if something happens outside the United States that doesn't affect us directly, you're never going to hear about it. That's just how it goes down. you know, the media is 100% controlled. That's just a fact. And I could tell you a ton of instances of some serious global events have happened in this past year that not one U.S. media outlet has covered. Like, you know, it's either like Bulgaria, I think it was Bulgaria, one of them countries over there, dude. They overthrew the government. There's no government right now.
Yeah.
The whole country rioted and freaking protests in the streets. I'm talking millions of people in the streets, millions. And the government stepped down and they're like in limbo right now. But you don't hear nothing about that. And it's all over but it's all well, like corrupt government and the government in an arms deal with Israel. And so they were like protesting that shit. And you know, we're one of the few countries that actually supports Israel.
Always supporting Israel. It's just so weird.
I mean,
somebody says that, I already know they bought off. You know, it's just like, for some reason, I just always something about Israel. I don't know what it is, but we always funding them and making sure they got whatever they need. It's just weird. We might
it's
be
some corrupt pieces of shit, man. I'm not talking about the people. Love Jewish people, love Israelis, but the government. You know what I mean?
oh, yeah, it's always some bad cookies in the job. And that's what people get confused. If you call out a few of their people, they feel like you're talking about everybody.
Right,
It's
right.
any culture. You just say, oh, this lady, this black lady, and then it feel like you talking about all black people. You say this white lady, and then oh, you talking about all white people. It's like, no, if this cop is corrupt, and I'm saying this motherfucking cops out here, that don't mean all cops. Sometimes people get passionate, they just talking, but people cut them off and they won't get their message across. They make things worse because they always say, well, that's not all people. Well, that's not all cops. Well, that's not all Jews. That's not all Christians. Yeah, but we talking about the ones, if the shoe fit, then let us, you know. But other than that, you know, I think that's where a lot of people go wrong at. We know it ain't all of them, but the ones that seem like that's pulling the strings, those the ones we talking about. For some reason, they can keep it. And I'm gonna pull it up what you talking about, because people need to see this, because we don't do this here in America at all. Like other places, this is one of a few. Like they just tired of their government.
It's happening in Mexico City right now. Thousands of citizens are attacking the police and trying to breach their national palace after the anti-cartel mayor Carlos Manso was assassinated after he accused President Sheinbaum of protecting the cartels. Now citizens are stating they're sick of the narco state and cartel bought government authorities.
Yeah, tear they ass up, man.
It's more of us than them. I can cut the sound down. You see, they beating up these peoples, man. Like they had enough. They fighting back against their government. They
That's what I'm
tired.
saying, dude. All over the world, bro. But we don't see that shit. I got another one for you. I'm pretty sure it was Nepal, bro. Again, whole country protested. Millions of people on the street, bro. They stormed the government building, set that bitch on fire, bro. The government palace. The president of the country and the prime, they either have a president or prime minister, and their cabinet had to be lifted out of the palace by helicopter and took off the country.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We don't see that though.
Hell nah, they burnt down the statue of Moloch. People's like, we not worshiping these demons that y'all got statues of. I said, this is crazy. They burnt down a picture. I think they had Trump picture under it. You know, they like, nah, we ain't doing this here. I just be wondering why you think we just won't do that here in America. You might seen it a couple of times. I think that's what the Million Man March was about, but it got talked into something else. But that's what it seemed like. It took all of them people to come together to fight back against their government. Why you think we won't do it here in America at all? Why you just think that it just won't happen, Trip?
Well, because people are too divided, man. They's too worried about red and blue, and they don't realize it's all about the green, man, and the green in this country. And people are too worried about what the other side is doing. And yeah, man, there's just not a lot of unity. And you know, man, it's just, I don't know, man. And the whole media and everything is like so controlled, and they're going to show you what they want you to see, what their agenda is. They all have an agenda. And I mean, all these events that be happening are controlled, man. Like, they all be doing, like I was telling you yesterday, they so good at setting off catastrophe over here. So they're like, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, pay attention to this. You're not paying attention to what's going on over here, you know? They keep us in fear. They keep us, you know, in fear, and so we don't come together. There's just, like I said, there's just too much division. They keep us divided, and so we always have something to talk about. We always have something to bitch about that's separate from what the real problem is.
I agree 100%. I just think that they use so many different things to divide us. It's to the point that, man, it's hard to really unite. You know, like I know people who out here arguing and fighting over sports teams. You know, we done got so many stories, people dying over a game, you know, even video games. It's just so crazy. You got religion, you got politics, you know, it's like, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. And it's 5,200 more religions, you know, so it's just like that just caused more division. Then they use the race thing, you know, like Indian, white, black, Arab. It's just like we all people, you know, we all spiritual in different vessels. And it seems like these people see that, you know, in a lot of places they starting to see that. And just here in America, we so mixed up. It's not just Americans, born Americans. I think born Americans are fed up. But I don't know the count anymore. I don't know if we outnumbered here. I don't really know if the people actually from other countries outnumber the people that's actually from this country by now. Not, I'm talking about meaning that even if their parents came from another country and they was born here, it's still like they gonna show love to that other country. I done seen people who was American born, and then when it come to the Olympic Games, I'd be like, why he over there? They like, oh well, that's where his mother or her mother was born, so she
Yeah.
country. So it just lets you know it's like no matter what, they still show love to those countries. And it seemed like in those countries, those people from there, you know, all of those people are actually from there. And they get up. So they all on the same page. But here, when you got 10 million people that just got here and they love the way they've been treated because they ain't have to deal with the bullshit that we've been dealing with for the past 30 some years. And there's some people that deal with it longer that's a lot older. But it just lets you know that that's going to cause division because they mission different now. Their mission is to become better Americans. Their mission is to become wealthy in America and to give back to wherever the country they might came from. When our mission is to treat us better, you know, and that's help the people that's here, the homeless and things like that. It's like that's always two different missions. So it's like we all trying to work, but at the same time, we all doing something different there. It's like they all on the same page, you know, so. Whatever.
Yeah. You know, man, it's gonna change though. Things coming to a boiling point, man. It only can go crazy left and crazy right for so long. Eventually, it's gonna come to the boiling point, and I think things are gonna change in the right direction because people are starting to wake up, man. People are starting to wake up to the bullshit, and you still got people here that are willing to stand up for what they believe in, stand up for the country. You know, I mean, look at January 6th, man. Regardless, we could debate whether it was for a good reason or for a bad reason. That's not the point, but just the fact of look what they did, though. Look how they came together and they fought for what they believed in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they band up together. Hey, I'm agreeing with you, Alan. Say USA is based on money, not loyalty or unity. Too many opinions and scared motherfuckers. People are scared to unite because they worried about money. You right. People don't.
100%.
People worry
so you
about.
You gotta wake up and realize money isn't real, man. It's fake.
They love it. Okay, who we got coming in here, man? What up? What up? How you feeling today, King?
I'm all right, right. I'm all right, man. Grand rise, man. To each and everybody. Yes.
What up,
Uh,
man?
Yeah,
the fuck you gonna
we
crash to me, motherfucker?
like,
Huh?
already road rage already, huh?
Uh,
I'm
You know, everybody be in a hurry to go nowhere.
right?
saying America is based on greed, like unity. Only way people do it is if they
That's
getting paid to do it.
that's true. That's true. I believe everything he's saying. This is why never have this is why we'll never have like um we'll never be able to get to where we're supposed to be as a nation or as anything else because the United States is only about taking. They're not about giving shit. They're about taking. It's all about obligats when you're dealing with the United States. They don't give a fuck. They just like I said, we in a country, we're in a country that only cares about money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's problems is surrounded around money. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? People's mental disorder is around money. Problem, everything is around money. America teaches you that hey, it's the land of the brave and free and all this goofy ass shit. But if you can't afford it, then it is what it is. America don't like they don't care about us. We 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 are
Mm,
we are a slave nation. I don't give a fuck about no slave nation.
that's a good point.
So long as they let you know, yeah. Long as they keep us within the gates and we're not allowed to get outside the gate, they don't have to worry about no uprising. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, I was watching yesterday, I think it's a clip from Ant Story. Oh, yeah, Ant Story. And the grasshopper said,
Yeah, with
it's
like
only one ant. He said, there's only one ant. He said, man, and he's making a bunch of noise. So the grasshopper say, well, so what do we do with that one ant? Will one ant hurt you? You're like, nah, we way bigger than one ant. He said, well, will two ants hurt you? You're like, nah. So he dumped all the ant like little nuts on him, right? He said, let me tell you like this. He said it only takes one to let everybody else know that they outnumber us 10-1. He said, as long as we can keep getting in
hundred
their
to one.
minds,
Yeah, it was a
yeah,
100 to 1.
yeah, he said, as long as we keep in their minds that we outnumber them, the fear will be instilled. He said, but you cannot allow one person to bring the truth forward. You got to destroy the one person, and that's what we're seeing
Yeah,
day by day.
Who we got
yeah.
popped up in here? Okay, the one and only, the host with the mostest. Can you see the D, baby? Hey, I there, McFarlane.
Hey,
Uh,
Hey,
hey,
Riri. Hey,
hey,
beautiful Riri.
hey, it's just, yeah, look, I just got my injections in my eyes. I'll be seeing good tomorrow and the day after that. I'll be jamming on the one after that.
Nah, you good.
yeah,
Yeah,
You
he
good
yeah.
now? You good now?
Okay.
You know,
Thank
we
y'all.
we we your eyes and your back, so you
Oh,
good.
I
You
know
definitely
that's
good.
right. I know
mm-hmm.
that's right.
What
I
up,
know that's
Cal?
right.
Appreciate you tapping in with us, Cal. Allen said, I'm all over it. People too damn selfish. I gotta protect my bubble. People getting participation awards for doing the right thing. Yeah, that's tough. That's what I think. The bubble was a lot bigger. That's why I used to like that saying, like, it take a village. But now it's like it's no more village. It's like everybody got their own little tribe. It's just like they all is about, your family. As long as mine's taken care of, as long as I got mine, I ain't worrying about nothing else. And it's like, damn, do y'all think that's what we here for? It's like, do you think God created or whatever creator you believe in brought you here just that, procreate and just take care of yours? Some people might think that way. I just be wondering if that's the case, then I understand. But when you going through something, do you reach out outside of family? Like when y'all dealing with something, do y'all reach out and say, "Damn, we need people to help us"? If that's the case, then let's get back to the village, because sometimes your neighbors might not have, and you might can help them, and it's vice versa. So it's just like, why we don't get to that? We more into competition. They broke his shit. We got that, but we all in the same neighborhood. I don't care if you got a Benz and this person got a Ford and this person catching the bus. If all y'all neighbors, y'all in the same conditions for real. But for some reason, they program to feel like I'm doing better. Like, I don't know why that works for our people, but for some reason it worked, Reese. I'm gonna fill you in when we talking about in Mexico first. It was 23 prisoners that broke out, in the news for some reason didn't cover it at all. And now they out there joint. They've been rallying against their own government. They fighting back. They storming the city. Like they out there fighting, having full blown fights with their government. And they really got somebody kicked out, and locked up. Like the dude who was in charge and was supporting the cartels. But we was asking, why you think we won't do that here in America? Why you think we won't fight back and come together, unite, and fight against all the corrupt bullshit that's going on and we hearing?
Like the only thing I could think of is like I said before, when everybody was slave, they had one thing in common. The people that only had the one thing in common, they're going to stand up and fight. And back then in slavery, we were the majority. We still are the majority, but it's somehow, in some way, they got us looking at each other like our enemy. Back then, Mexico, they know their government is crooked, and ain't nobody fooled because the government is treating everybody the same way. The cartel is treating everybody the same way. So that's why they're going to get together and unite, because all of them, like you said, are treated the same way. Just like you were saying about all of y'all living in the hood. Get back to that saying about we a village. They got to get back to the collectiveness. They got to get back to the networking. They got to get back to know that we all are family. When they keep us in our little divided in our little box, keep breaking us down little by little, they can keep us divided a little by little. And that's what it boils down to. The divide and the division, the have and the have nots. He get 10 cents more in your check, that means you better than me. Like you said, and we all in the same hood, live right on the same block. But because you got that 10 cent or that nickel, that quarter more, that puts you up. And that's the illusion they give you. That's the illusion, like, yeah. But you really not. You really, you're not going away. And we get caught up in titles and rankings and what we get caught up in the wrong thing instead of getting caught up in loving each other and looking out for one another. See, they could do that. The government, we're not going to rise against our government because there's too many people in our government that's benefiting from our government. It's beneficial. So they're not going to jeopardize their good government job to save a couple of hundred Negroes on the block. They were like, oh, no way. Because they're looking out for theirs, not seeing the bigger picture. We don't look at the bigger picture. We can only see what's in front of us. And if they're dangling that carrot in front of us, that carrot is all we see.
Like that. Cal said, hey, think of this way. He said, if the value of the American dollar hits zero, and everything we have ever worked towards is pointless, then I guess we all don't gotta work. Instead, maybe let's band together, create farmlands, communities, well systems, support each other instead of business. How you feel about that, Trippy, with Cal saying?
Oh man, I mean, the value of the dollar is worthless regardless. I mean, the dollar has no value. It's literally a debt note. That's where all our debt comes from, is using Federal Reserve notes. It has no value. It's not backed by anything of substance. So the value of the dollar is zero already. It's literally a debt note, and it's gold, silver, everything, the shit like that's what has value. Stocks and stuff, that's what has value. Stuff that appreciates. The dollar don't appreciate, And going a little bit of what Trey was saying earlier about how the government is so greedy and focused on money. And yeah, and you think, you know, money is such a big issue and everything, but no one's ever, they don't teach financial literacy. No one's ever taught that. No one's ever taught to how to invest. No one's ever taught how to save in the school system. You know what I mean? Like, so it's all the plan to keep us down and keep us focused and needed on the government. That's what the public school system was created for, to create factory workers. So I don't know, man. It's just,
yeah, you made some good points right there. Man, I think they teach us we got somebody popping in. Okay, hey Queen, welcome to the show. We got Miss Kool-Aid in the building. What up, Kool-Aid?
Hey everyone. Hi, how's it going? Good morning.
Hey, Cuckoo.
Rising.
Hey, I go
Yes,
crazy for Cuckoo Pops.
from Cuckoo Puffs.
Okay.
Cuckoo Puffs.
All right. I don't have any of that, but okay.
Yeah, thanks for tapping in with us, Kool-Aid. How you feeling today, Queen? I don't know if you heard anything we talked about so far.
No, I just actually got in here. I feel fantastic. I'm alive. I'm blessed. I just have like this great positive vibe for the rest of my life. So I'm going to keep it that way.
That's good. What up,
That's
HQ?
That's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Said
Get me
great for workers. Exactly, Cal. That's what I was going to get to. I don't know who's giving this echo. Oh, I think it's your call. Sound like the wind blowing in somebody's phone.
No, that maybe not the wind blow.
Yeah, that's Reese. That's your side, I think. Nope, I hear it still. I don't know. How we sound on y'all and y'all let us know. What's up, AQ? But I agree with that. I think they teach us, not everybody. I think they teach us a group of people, individuals, how to be workers. You know, so we always say they don't teach us about finances. Yeah, they don't teach a certain group of kids about finances or not, but it is a group of kids that they do teach about, you know, how to take care of money, how to finance money, and how to bank and things, because those gonna be your future leaders. You know, those gonna be the future kids who gonna be running the government and things like that. A lot of y'all got feedback, so I had to mute y'all. Might try to unmute when y'all ready to talk, so I ain't gotta keep muting y'all. But that's what Kyle said. He was saying, he said he agreed the schools are created to create workers. You know, so that's what you got to tune on. For anybody else who just tapped in here, we was talking about fighting back against our government. We got some other countries who've been out here doing so, and we were saying why we think we won't do that here in America, why we won't unite and come together as people and fight against the corruption that's going on in our government like they doing. Kool-Aid, what's your thoughts on that? Why you think we just won't unite and do the same as they doing?
Well, because I feel that there is just too much negativity going on in our, our country, and it's just not good leaders and good politicians, and everybody's out for themselves. And I just feel that no one is positive and doing the right things in this country. That's why we can't all come together. So if we just start doing the right things and thinking the right way and being positive and loving one another and coming together and try to build, empires instead of tearing each other's empires down, then things will happen. And then, if you have some kind of, I don't want to put religions out there, but just some kind of faith in God and, just be how God wants you to be, I think it'll come together. So, I'm part of the solution, not the problem. And far as, what he was saying about the reserves and learning about money, I'm actually teaching my 5-year-old, well, I'm sorry, she's 6, about how to save money. I got this calendar and, she's putting, like, I give her $20 and then she knows, okay, I got 15 left, or I'm gonna save this, or I'm gonna add to this. So I'm teaching her, which my grandmother told me to teach her. So, sometimes it starts at home. It don't always have to start in the school. That's just my thought.
Like that. Says start home. Riri, what would be your solution? It's like my girl said, we gotta be part of the solution and not the problem. If Riri had the power to make things different here in the United States, what's some of the things you would do to make things better for us citizens that's living here?
You're not going to believe it, but
Shit, I mean, anything you say is your thoughts. This you what you would do.
I think I segregation. I will put like, and this is not based upon color. It'll be based upon culture. Because we move differently in different cultures. We move differently in different areas. You know what I'm saying? How to get back together, like as a whole. We need more community-based stuff. Like we need, like our area, our district, our city. We need more community-based stuff so we can have pride back in our community. Well, I actually said at home too. It starts at home, but then when you go outside the four walls and you go outside the nucleus of your family, then you get your neighbors, your neighbor family, your neighbor friends. Your neighbors become family, not just friends. You know what I'm saying? It got to start bigger at community. Start in your house, then it goes to your neighbor's house, then it blossoms, like a domino effect, like a chain reaction. I would start there, like I said, not segregating by color, but segregating by culture and where you're from. That type of unity first, not just.
Did they get rid of my girl? Yeah, that was too much planning, girl. Trip, what would you do, Trip? They done got rid of our girl Riri.
I mean, I kind of agree to a point on what she's saying. If you look back, I mean, it's still there. Like the culture, different cultural areas. Like in New York, for example, you have Little Italy, you have Chinatown, and all these areas where there's a concentration of a type of people and a community that sticks together. And I think that's important. And not to separate that, like, oh, no one else can be here, but you just have, unless you're Native American, everybody's a damn immigrant. You know what I mean? Nobody's from America, and coming to this country is hard for people. So it's nice to have an area around people that look like you and know you and understand you, and to help you integrate into society and have community and support and love. Little something I wanted to say a minute ago about, speaking on New York, like, since it's Black History Month, little fact, did you know that like in New York City, right? All of Central Park used to be Black owned neighborhood.
Yeah, they flooded.
It was all Black owned businesses.
Yeah.
The Black community outside of like the rich people and stuff was the most rich community in New York.
Yeah.
And they destroyed that. They destroyed it. And Harlem was all white folks. Harlem was a big Italian neighborhood. And when they took down and when they did all that with Central Park and everything, and then they moved them into Harlem and all these things, they moved them into white neighborhoods. And then they had people work for the government literally going door to door telling folks, hey, you got Black folks moving into this neighborhood and putting fear in him. And that's why they moved them all out, so they could section them in these neighborhoods, because all these project buildings, all these projects in New York were never meant for low income housing. They were all after the war. They were for families who fought in the war and stuff. That's what originally projects were for. And so they pooled all these people into projects in these neighborhoods and low income areas and created that to create this division and to put a freaking, boot on their neck. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. And, I got a little off topic there, but I think we need more community, and I think we need more, just people getting together and speaking their mind and working towards something positive. And like you said, it starts a community first. You know, I think that people get overwhelmed when they see all the problem in this country and they don't know where to start. It starts in your home first, and then in your neighborhood and your communities, getting together and working slowly but surely. And when people will wake up and realize it's we the people, not the government. We don't work for the government. The government works for us. And some way along the line, we freaking forgot that, and shit went downhill real quick. Hey, what is up? What is up? What up, man?
D Greasy.
What is
up? What is up?
White beat of the day, boy. Ain't playing.
Yeah, you see what I got?
Oh, he still got some sea malls. He got his molly malls on deck.
No, this is the Danny line. That Danny line.
Danny line.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I used to drink that, bro, all the time. Dandelion tea, eat dandelions. It's good stuff, man.
Make you gotta pee.
How you feeling today, man? You been back to the show?
I used to drink and eat those when I was in prison.
Man, I feel so bad about yesterday. I was so hyped up. I was like, I was on like 3 podcasts on Sunday. One podcast I didn't get off until like 3-4 in the morning. I didn't wake up until
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Where was you on 3 or 4 in the morning, John? I mean, not Josh's podcast, not the podcast. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But Sunday at 3 or 4 in the morning on a Sunday?
We got Sauced in the city.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
3 or 4 in the morning. She must be doing a marathon.
No, you know how, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, after the show, Green Room and everybody was actually we was talking about you seen the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We was talking about that and talking about it was just doing a whole bunch of just talking and stuff like that. I'm just
brother, man. That's all. I asked how you feeling. Reese gonna ask you about your day. We gotta get back to the topic, man.
Okay, what is the topic?
Yeah, we talking. Yeah, we on the Shaquan. I said Shaquan. Damn. What's
Hey,
your
Shaquan.
name?
Oh, I can't
I'm trying to read her name. Kool-Aid, why you switch your name? I don't even know what that say. Shalon.
My name is Shaylin, and I apologize. I just wasn't thinking. But my stage name is Kool-Aid, but my real name is Shaylin.
Shaylin. Okay, we get into
name.
I like
Thanks.
that.
That's a pretty name right there. Yeah.
I ain't want to say it wrong. Shaylin, we gonna get to Shaylin and ask her what some things she'd change, you know, if she had the power to make us more united over here to fight back against corrupt government like they doing in other countries that we shared earlier.
Well, I am not really up on the government conversations, and so what I would say, I would change the president, and I would change the laws a little bit. I would change how we help each other and treat each other. I would definitely take that ICE shit up out of here. I don't know what the hell is going on, because I feel that if they can do that, they can do that to Black people. You know what I'm saying? So I just would change how the laws are and the government and overall the country, period. Because like I said, I'm really not swifty on the government, which I should be. But maybe getting on here and listening to y'all, I'll get more, advanced with what's going on in our country. But I pray for the country, so that's the best I can do.
Shoot, that's good enough. That little change right there might make some big difference. What changes you'll make, President Uncle E? You in the office or you above the office, you get to call the shot, change laws how you want them to see fit to make things work. What would you do? I don't think Eric can hear us. What about you, Jay? Oh, okay. Nah, he can't hear us, man. Let's get Unc out of here. What about you, Dave? What's some things you'll do?
The things I would do is I would focus on getting more educated. I would focus on getting more educated. And my opinion, you know what I mean, I would go to the root of the problem. You know what I mean? And try to you know what I mean, get rid of the problem by going, like I said, by going to the root. You know what I mean? Not just, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, okay, so let's say you got a plant or something like that. No, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean, if I know that plant is bad, you know what I mean, just taking away a couple leaves and stuff like that. No, you still got a bad plant. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go all the way to the root and pluck it. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like that. I don't know if Unc can hear us now. You be not. Are you want to finish, Dave?
Yeah. When I say that, I'm talking about shoot. I'm talking about politics. I'm talking about it all. Like I'm pretty sure you said there's so much corrupt things that's going on that, and we just sitting here just ignoring it. You know what I mean? Like we're like so blind or so like in the zone, just thinking about the next day that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I like it. They making changes. I ain't hear some of y'all say a lot of similar things. I want to know what changes Uncle make, but I don't know if he actually what is on that.
I'm with y'all.
Okay.
It keep kicking me out.
Yeah, I'm here. Your mic was, you couldn't hear, so I kicked you out so you can come back in.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't saying that. I was just listening to y'all.
You want to listen? I was talking to you, man. I was saying, what's your thoughts on it? What some changes you would make if you was President Uncle E or anybody that can call the shots and make things fit the way you want to see fit? What's some things?
Honestly, you could change laws, you can change the president, but the mindset that America has is still want to be the same thing. It doesn't make a difference who's in that seat. A president is only here to make decisions based upon the country. The president is not here to enforce the law within the country. No, that's not his job. That's what you got the police and all that for. You know what I'm saying? It's really, like I said, no matter what you change, if you don't change the mental scope that people are on, if you don't change if you don't change the idea that money is only what you make it, then we still don't make a difference who it is. It's nothing. You can change anything and everything's still gonna be the same. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying he believe you can change everything and everything be the same. So you can change your house around. It's still a house, basically. That's what you're saying. You can move the furniture wherever you want to move it around. It's still gonna be a house, but would it be a cleaner house if it's dirty? You know, if it's corrupt. That's what we trying to get it uncorrupt. We trying to get them clothes off the floor, huh? You know. It's each his own though.
Now let me say, look, corruption, right? You got to understand when you speak about corruption, we only see a feather when it comes to corruption. Corruption, it runs too deep. It would take too much energy, too much time to get out all the corruption in our government. you'll cause mass chaos. Cause mass chaos. That's what this Epstein file shit for. Cause mass chaos. That's why they're not releasing the names.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I see. It caused too much mass chaos. I don't know. I just felt like, whatever it took for them to get it where it's at, that's what we're gonna have to do to take to get it back. And some things I change is no more spraying, no more cloud seeding, no more genetic foods, none, everything can be natural. That's one thing I get on. And another thing, I will pay people just for exercise. And I find a way that if you go to the gym this amount of time a week, you'll somehow get paid, or some type of credit for it. You start actually giving people some type of reason that they want to take care of themselves. But it just seemed like today people just killing themselves slowly. But that's the one thing I do. I correct the food, the water. One, nobody own no land at all. That's out the way. It'd be fair share around the board for everybody. It won't be no race. It won't be no. We just would be human beings, spiritual beings, however you want it to be. It won't be all these different religions. If we're gonna have religion, it will be one. And I think that's a lot of division come to. Man, other than that, I keep mostly everything else the same, outside of the music and things like that. Anything that's demonized, I get rid of it. Anything that worshiping, anything that's outside of the norm for most people, because people can worship things that other people might think is demonized that's actually not. But anything that got to deal with actually sacrificing a human being, or like Cal said, going to war or anything, all that's out the window. And definitely we'll take better care of nature. No more just killing the animals and cutting down the trees and stuff like that. But that's probably because I'm plant-based, so I'm just thinking different. But I'm just thinking if all of us came in collectively with all of these different ideas, with all like these great, and we had the power to do so, which we probably do if we had the numbers to do so, you'll see how much change we can make. It's things that I want to do that's different that I can take care of. I don't feel a certain way, but it's some things he can take care of. But you see that we all coming with different ideas to do something different to make things better. And I think they come together to make things worse. Like they be like, how can we poison these people? Look, I got a way to put it in the vegetables. If we spray the vegetables, this will cost sales. Is they think of ways to poison, and we got to think of ways that we can make things better. And I don't think that it's too much work, because I think when things was going good, ain't nobody come across and say, man, that'd be too much work to actually poison all of the crops. They was like, well, shit, it might take us 100 years, but we'll get there. But that's it. What's up, Trip? You got something to add? I seen your hand up.
Oh, and I was just relaxing, but I can say something. You definitely have a point, and what Unc was saying too. You definitely on point with that, with the whole Epstein files and how it would create mass chaos. It really will. They got to kind of drip feed it, man, because like the shit goes deep, man. Like if they would have released all the Epstein files and if they would have redacted everything, it would literally crash the stock market.
Yeah.
Like it would literally cause a recession, like hands down. All the bankers are in there, like everyone in the stock market, all the financial people, they're all related. And like if they were to release everything at once, it would cause so much chaos because it would take so long to sift through and see who's who and who's what and who's doing what and how much they play into being on the island and what they did and everything. It would crumble. And yeah, man, I don't know. It's crazy. I think it's going to cause a lot of change, and slowly, I think some good things are going to change from it. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to speak on negative, but I hope some good change comes from it. I just don't know how they're going to go about it, because that rabbit hole is deep, man.
Yeah. Y'all make some good points, but that's somebody's money. What you got to add to it, Dave?
Oh, like I put in the comment, you know what I mean? Greed kills positive efforts. You know what I mean? A good example. Um, you know what I mean? I found out about like the Bloods and the Crips and everything. You know what I mean? How we would like now was, you know what I mean, talk that was like negative, but back in the day when it first came out, that was positive. That was supposed to have been like
Yeah.
protection against police brutality and everything like that. But then, you know what I mean, when you start adding, you know what I mean, the drugs and the this and you know what I mean, you know what I mean, ways of making money or whatever and all that, you know what I mean, protecting the people and stuff, turns to hurting the people. So
Yeah. That's crazy because it was some incident that happened like in 92 when the Crips and Bloods came together and they tied their bandanas together to show people that they was united. Somebody did a drive-by and shot one of the Blood members to make it look like it was the Crips, and they went back to fueling. They found out it was a police that did it. Sheriffs, it wasn't even regular police, like the sheriffs did it because they didn't want to see that happening, that unite. So yeah, y'all make some good points, but you gotta remember who owned the money, who owned the banks, because it was the time, the Great Depression, when the banks did go down. And a lot of people, man, they didn't know what to do. They was messed up because they lost a lot of their money due to their money being in them banks. Only people who wasn't messed up was the people who didn't bank with those people, and there was mostly black people because they didn't allow black people to bank with them. It ain't because black people was just smart and like, yeah, we ain't gonna bank with it. They wouldn't allow it. The same thing they was doing with the marijuana businesses when they first got out here. The banks was like, nah, we not dealing with y'all. Then there was a few like, okay, we might deal with them, but if anything was to happen, them marijuana business won't have to worry about nothing. So it's like if we get our money out the bank or we stop putting money into the bank, it affects them because all they doing is taking our money and giving it right back to us with loans and interest. So if you put $1,000 in there, or all of us did, and Dave needed a $4,000 loan, they just took our money and gave it to Dave. But they gave him interest on it. He got to pay back. They get back most of the interest. They doing this with millions of people. So it's just like if the banks go down, yeah, they will go through it. They will be going all the way through it. But it's like, do we need money that much? That's the love of money right there. That's the first thing people think about. Well, the money gonna go, and with it, so what? It was a time when money didn't exist. Everybody just assumed money always exists. We gotta remember, we don't know when time actually started. Even if you believe in the Big Bang, you just believe the Big Bang popped out money too. Like, nah, it was human beings that came along. It's like we should start using this as currency, or we should start valuing this as people was wearing gold in their outfits. They ain't know that would be as valuable. If people knew that down, they probably kept a few outfits for their kids to pass down, but
that's
that's
them.
just
Yeah.
my thought of it. It's like money always the issue. It's like we gotta look past the money part. We gotta look past. We might gotta fight. It might take some hard times. But it's like, would we rather go through a year or two of hard times, or just another 100 years of this shit? And some people just like, well, I ain't gonna be around that long, but our kids gonna be around. What's that?
Right.
What up?
I wanted to say like society has always been whenever it seems like the black nation is about to rise, we have some type of catastrophe that happens. And these catastrophes are things that put us back in these traumatized moments. We're so traumatized by the fact that we don't know our past that we're scared of our future. We're honestly scared of our future. We don't. A lot of people don't even know that you create your own future by your decisions. But if your decisions are not based upon feelings and emotions, you'll make the right decisions. Our biggest problem in the United States is, like y'all said, it goes back to the have and have, the ones that fit in, the ones that don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be something in America that's going to, they're always going to find some type of way to dumb us down and to make a division. I'm saying everything, the killings and all this shit is calculated. Everything that's happening to us is calculated. Everything has been calculated for God knows how long. I'm saying, like I said, we can sit back and say money has been going on since the beginning of time, because if you want to follow the Bible tells you the money was sheep and cattle. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to Tartarian and all that, they had coins and all that. They had monetary, they had a monetary business going on. You know what I'm saying? As far as trades and all that. Money it changed over time, and then it came this paper shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is the biggest ripoff in the fucking world, because we kill, cheat, steal everything you can think of for this money, for this piece of paper. We give this piece of paper so much goddamn value. And the more value you give this paper, the less value your life has. Once you recognize that it's just a piece of fucking paper for trading off, your life becomes so much easier. And guess what? More of this paper comes to you than you'll ever believe. You don't chase the paper comes to you. If you chase it, you don't get it.
Mm-hmm. That's some good points right there. That's we're gonna move on to belief, because a lot of us believe in good, and there's a lot of people that believe in bad, and what people don't understand is they worship these things, but like we said, these other countries, they've been fed up with a lot of stuff that's been going on in their country. So I'm gonna share what they doing to this statue out there, and I explain a little bit of what it is, so y'all have an understanding on why they burning it down. Because people fed up, they getting shot. Some people call him Ball. I'm gonna start with Dave because I know Dave know a little bit about this, but they had a statue of Ball, out there in the area. They was there. I don't know how long it been there, but the citizens there, they decided to come together and burn it down because they know what that statue mean and what that deity actually represent. And I liked it, and I'm gonna share a little bit about with the word ball, because I hear a lot of people say my Lord, and that's what the word Lord come from, ball. But I don't get too deep in it. What's your thoughts on this, day? Because some people saying that they was like, I don't get it, why they burning this statue down. How do you feel about saying they doing? You think this something we should start doing in America?
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on people's religion or whatever like that. But like you said, in Hebrew, the word Baal is actually Lord. And people say, well, it's in the Bible or whatever like that. No, but then again, you got to understand, the Bible was rewritten and everything all by the Romans and everything. And if you see also in that video, you see pictures of Trump and different ones like that. Mm-hmm. And they also talk. We was a lot of people was brainwashed. I probably say the racist Jews and the Hebrews are in Israel. No, Israel was taken over years ago. The believers or whatever and all was kicked out of Israel. Mm-hmm. So when you see like the compromise of the U.S. and Israel, that's not the Israel that people were thinking about, that they read about in the Bible. These are like some like I said, you see the statue. That statue represent what you see in the Epstein files or whatever like that. No, that's the God that they worship. They would literally throw babies and stuff like that, for child sacrifice to him. That's like Moloch. That's Baal. That's some people might hear somebody say Bell, but
So you got basketball, football, all that. They don't know where it came from, but it's crazy that they burning shit down. What statues that you'll burn down out here, Kool-Aid? You look like you'll burn some shit down. How you feel about their actions over here? You cool
Well,
with?
I just told you I was in my nice girl era, so I'm not trying to burn things down. Actually, I'm trying to build it back up. But I wouldn't burn any kind of statue down, but the Statue of Liberty. I'm sorry.
No shit. See, we ain't get to that because that's a representative of Lucifer. Why would you burn down the Statue of Liberty?
Well, I never knew that, but that's why I'm a part of God's plan. I never liked it. I don't like how it looks, and I just would build that and then put Martin Luther King statue right there, like this.
He said she rather see Dr. King right there. I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, I just don't like how it looks, and I don't like what it represents. And now that I know that, what did you say, Satan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, represents Lucifer.
What, Lucifer?
Lucifer, same person.
The morning star. The morning star.
Yep, morning star.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I would burn down. That's the statue, and I'm sticking with it.
The bright and morning
I'm with
star.
you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
What else you burning down?
I'm burning down all them motherfuckers. Every last one of them motherfuckers. If it's a statue or cross, that's one thing that I would change. I would change symbolism. There will be no symbolism. Sorry, all that should be gone. All that should be gone. All that should be gone. You ain't nah. I think that's the biggest problem right there. Symbolism. We don't understand symbolism, and it's being used against us.
You don't know. You know, I never really seen too many of them. I ain't really cared to see it. They've been from DC, like the Capitol and all that, the monument. That ain't nothing else. We ride past that like all the time. So it just be amazed when you see so many people come from all over just to see the monument. Like it's tourists down there probably right now. And it's just crazy. But during the summertime and with them little trees and stuff start blossoming, man, it be Chinese people, Asian people, and then they be all over, man. And they all come down just to take a picture right there. And we do got a statue of Martin Luther King down here too, a real big one. You know, that a lot of people go visit and go see as well. So this is on. I don't know.
Yeah. His ass be the fuck up out of here too.
Nah, look, don't get rid of my man. Trip. We gonna get the Trip.
That nigga getting the fuck up out of here. He getting the fuck up out of here. Fuck with me. He getting the fuck out of here.
I want to know
how you started all this goofy ass shit. You started all this goofy shit. Fuck out of here.
You know what the monument represent?
It's an obelisk. No, it's an obelisk. No, it's an obelisk. It's an obelisk, and it has what do you call it? It's like energy. It has energy. It has an energy to it. That monument, all this, Washington D.C. has an energy to it. That's what makes Washington D.C. so goddamn different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you notice, all these major cities, they're in certain places for a reason. They're in certain places for a reason. And that deals with everything that's going on over Greenland and all over the world. All these different spots that got all these energies that they don't want us to know about. You know what I'm saying? If we know, like I said, we know what these energies, if we knew how to work these energies that we're within, these fields that we're in, we will be the kings and queens that we were meant to be. But every time we get near these energies, they find a way to get us the fuck away from it and say, hey, this is government property. You can't come on it no more. That's it.
And not come on it. They pop you. Riri, you back with us? Nope. They just zapping her in and out. Trip. How you feel about the video, man?
Oh man, I agree with you. Get that shit up out of here, man. And the word that what Unc talking about, he right on that too. And the word, like what those are called, is called ley lines. There's ley lines in the earth that moves magnetic energy all throughout the earth and stuff. And they tap into those and certain points where they're strongest. And you know, a lot of them, they're made out of granite, which is a magnetic stone that conducts the electricity. Same thing with the pyramids of Giza. You know, same thing with a lot of these statues all over the world, Machu Picchu, stuff like that. Tapping in on what you were saying about the word ball and all that, and you're right, and it's crazy, all the double entendre meanings in the language, the English language. You know, people don't even realize, you know, like what ball means, or Lord, or like saying amen. It's amen. It's really praising the Amen and Ra.
So what do Lord mean?
You know,
So what do Lord mean?
It's right here on the screen.
It means bell.
Yeah, ball, and that was the God. That was the God that they you know, you read about it in the Bible. And they sacrificed children to and stuff. And that's why.
Yeah, these are the deities of the world. These are the deities of the world.
That's why, if you ever heard of Bohemian Grove, where all the leaders of the world go to, they have a effigy of Baal and Moloch. If you can look it up online, you'll see the statue of the owl, the effigy, and that's Moloch, and the same thing. And that's where, because it all ties in. This is all a freaking cult, man. But these leaders of the world.
So the Lord, that's not a good thing. So when you say, "Hey, Lord," or "I love you, Lord," or
nah, well, it's with you. You know, your intention. If you know and you know you're prayed to, but you could find different words to use instead of Lord. You know, like Father God, or Father. You know, certain things are just God or Jesus.
But so weird, because last night, I'm not going to lie, I started thinking that I don't want to say that anymore, Lord, or different things like even Jesus. I'm sorry, because I just started thinking, like, even praying to saying, "Hey, God, there's another God too." You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, something like me is saying, I don't know what it was last night in the shower. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. And I still believe in something good, but it was just like, quit saying God all the time, or praying to God, or saying Lord so much. And that's just weird how you said that, because I love to learn. I don't really know everything, but it's like something told me to quit doing that, because it's like this God that you're saying and praying to, Shaylin, is not the God that you think it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this other God. That's why all this is happening. But
go ahead.
I started getting into you know, somebody gave me these. I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know, it's in my cupboard. They gave me this when I went to go do my poem at the Black History. I don't even know what it is. It's called Three Kings. It's like some charcoal. They said it takes away evil spirits or something. And then they even gave me this, some other thing that you light and go around your house with, some kind of something. So I don't know. I'm just trying to.
It might be sandalwood.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then I know I heard of what's the other stuff?
Sage
and stuff. But you know, I'm getting off topic. But what I'm saying is, I'm glad to hear about that, because now I pray inside, and then I don't even say Lord. I'm just praying, praying to whoever's the higher power that is good. Period. Because I'm tired of this.
I got another one for you that could blow your mind about how the double entendre.
Let me answer before they kick me out.
Go ahead, please. I want to hear it.
So about what Marley was saying about all these statues and all the erect. You know, I would take away no statues, no graven imaging or nothing. We shouldn't be worshiping nothing. But I would replace all of them with mirrors, because people need to see what they look like. People need to see who they really are. People need to start with that change right there. When you look in the mirror, that's who you need to change. That's who your focus or your concern should be on, right? It's right there. So yeah, I would take all the statues, take them down. Ain't no need for no statues. It ain't no need for, I wouldn't even erect a statue of my grandfather. And I love my grandfather to death, but I don't need that, because I know he's in my heart. But let me put a mirror up, because sometimes we don't know what we look like. Sometimes when we're busy mean mugging, sometimes when we have the shroud of darkness or we in that low vibration, we don't know what we look like. But if you could see yourself, what you look like, and you like, dang, that's me. Oh man, you try to change that. But so many of us are scared to look in the daggone mirror and try to change what they see, because a lot of people don't like what they see and won't even look at it. But that's when you start. That's what I would do. Forget the statues, Molly. Put the mirrors up, and so that some people can see what's going on. Because we still sleep. That's worse than getting shots in the eyes. At least I know when I get my shots in the eyes, my vision is blocked because of something. Surgical, not just because I refuse to look and see what's really going on. A lot of people turn their head. A lot of people don't want to know what's going on. A lot of people are happy being quote unquote politically blind or politically
Correct.
whatever. And
Yep.
politically,
Yep.
not just meaning politics, but religion, anything that governs your society. When I say political, so I don't want people to say, "Oh, what you talking about?" No, anything that governs your society, that governs your household, or governs or that rule over you, anything. People don't want to see the truth. Truth hurts, y'all. Okay, so if they put me out, I said it. I had to,
Yeah, nah, it's good.
Yeah.
Then you freeze up. I'm like, dang, we lost her again. No, we lost her.
Can I finish my point real quick?
Go ahead.
But and not what I was saying, words have power. You got to be careful what you say and what you speak, because it has energy. That's what creates in this world. That's why word spelling is called spelling. Writing you're casting a spell. And a lot of the double entendres and how they created the English language. So you bring your energy down without even realizing it with the words you speak, like the word blessing. You think it's good. You think you're telling someone to be powerful, but read what it says, be less. When you wish some blessings on someone, you're telling them to be less than what they are. And same thing with people think, not to say that you own your kids, but that your kids are yours. The word parent, you don't. You're a pair that rents the child.
Yep.
Because if you don't raise your kid the way the government thinks they're supposed to be raised, they can come and take it. You don't. The kid isn't yours. You're a pair that rents the child. This shit goes deep, y'all.
That's why we
I
say
ain't written no
rising
goddamn
on here,
child. That's
bro.
my child. I ain't written no child, and I'm the mother. No, I ain't written shit.
Yeah, that's what they all think. Hey,
Well,
but that's why we say rising on
No,
here.
I know, but that's what that word comes
yeah,
from.
that's crazy. Now I'm gonna die about that. Trying to take my shit, talking about I'm written it, my kids. No,
Nah, for real though.
I'm not. Trying to come take mine. Talking about you written them.
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying. And casting spells and stuff with language is true, because I cast a lot of spells with certain things, and I regret doing that. So you got to watch what you say, and that's why I'm starting to speak positive. Speak positive. When I wake up, I say I'm happy, and I'll be happy all day. Or turn the other cheek. You got to do that. So if you wake up, I'm tired, you're gonna feel tired. You wake up, say I'm mad, you're gonna be mad. So you're right. You got to believe in good things, and good things will happen.
Trippy know what he talking about, man. That's why you hear Louise always say, well, the weekend, you know what that means. You getting the weekend of the stick, weekdays. We don't say morning on here because we constantly telling you mourning about what's wrong. We say rising, so it's funny, but it's crazy that now years later you starting to hear it a lot. So that's why I don't trip. If you ever come around somebody and they be like, oh, here you go with that. Oh, that ride, and don't say that. Keep saying it, because I seen a lot of people get discouraged, and it's like, oh, well, I test this girl ride. She talking about, here we go with this, and they stop doing it. They get back to saying morning and get back to saying the things that they were just not saying. But I want to hear from you,
I want to say something, right? And this is very important, and that is, first of all, Jay was not created back in that time when Jesus was alive. So we really don't know who we're calling Jesus, because if you take the J, then it'd be what? Eshua?
Nah, I
No,
know
it'll be
who he
Isis.
is. It's Isis. It's a real
Isa.
God.
Yeah, it will be Isis. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real Greek. That's a real Greek god.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this is what I'm about to say. You got to understand the Christ he did not preach religion. He preached spirituality. He preached that God is within you. You don't go to, that's why I said, that's why I don't go to churches. Because the temple is not inside the church. The temple is inside of you. You are the temple. You are the church. You know what I'm saying? He was telling you that here it is, religion creates chaos. It's a way that people control. He was trying to tell us, them saying that we control our own destiny. We don't need these governments. We don't need these governments to help us out. Because the governments don't do nothing but give you problems. The government don't never help you out. Somebody tell me something that you think the government is helping out, and I can give you another example of how they not helping out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything that we've been told to is a lie. It's a lie. Just like right now, like everybody keeps saying the Big Bang Theory, right? But then as of the last couple of years, you're seeing that it's fucking UFOs every fucking way. So is that going against the Big Bang Theory? I would think so. And if you think that I'm going to believe some white motherfucker telling me that I'm going through space at over 1 million miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't flew off or none of this stupid ass shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe, like I said, I'm so mad because all this information is coming out, you know what I'm saying? And it's rewriting all of everything we've been taught. And the people that are waking up is saying that, damn, these motherfuckers done wasted 30, 40 years of my fucking life.
Yep.
Don't be mad. Just
No. Understand this. I'm never mad. I'm never mad. That's why I say, like, you have to have your own understanding when it comes to spirituality. Because, like I said, when I talk to my father, this is why I don't follow the Bible. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Because you can't tell me that your God says this, your God says that. You say your God's name is this. If I don't agree with that God and what this God is doing, am I supposed to follow that God? No. The strongest thing that the Bible tells you and the realest thing is before anything, there was nothing before the word. So it tells you our words hold everything in our life that we need to take care of. Just like when something's going on, like we backed up in bills and all that, I tell my baby mother, like, look, check this out. We good. We only stress because we want to pay it now. It's going to get paid. Don't stress. Don't stress, and I promise you, everything's going to work its way out. I can call my baby mother right now and say, "Damn, we was backed up with our electric. They dogged us. They sent us damn near like our electric went from 300 to damn near 1,500. We in this motherfucker all upset. I was all upset. I'm telling like, look, everything gonna be all right, but the energy, you got to change your energy for shit to go right. If this situation gives you emotional negative energy, then you got to change the way you looking at it. And I promise you, this shit will turn out right. People who know how to talk to themselves, listen to their intuition and all that, because see, that's a part of your father as well. That's a part of your creator, your intuition. That when your intuition is talking to you, that's your father talking to you. That's your creator talking to you, telling you that, hey, guess what? Don't go that way. You're not seeing this. Don't go that way. If you go down that street, something bad will happen. So go the other fucking way. Like I said, our creator is still within us. Like I'm saying, we get lost because everything points away from us. We do everything not to concentrate on us. Once you concentrate on yourself, your life becomes a whole lot greater. Things that you ask for, you get. You got to know how to ask. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like I said, we just live in a fucked up world. And if you allow yourself to get caught up in this shit, you're going to be just like the rest of these robots walking around.
Yeah. Chow said, Pastor J, look, gas got about 5 things of wax on there and all that.
No wax on here. No. I can't do no. I got things I got to take care of today. I can't smoke no wax today.
Oh, that's good. We're going to share a little link on the Statue of Liberty since we brought it up. And then the last video, we're going to talk a little bit about Dr. Martin Luther, the real Martin Luther King, not the other.
You mean Michael?
Yeah, no, Martin Luther King, the real Martin Luther King.
Okay, the Martin.
Yeah, Martin. A little bit, and a lot of other people on why they chose to do something different. and why all of these religions started to come about. But we're gonna share this one for you. For some people that probably don't know or never heard of it, it's still so-called a conspiracy theory.
The world that's the most iconic thing ever. There's a conspiracy about it. Now, there's a statue that came to light recently. Do you know who this is? Look.
It's like a vampire. I don't know.
So he has wings, and there's a chain on his ankle, right? And he has a crown. It's obviously Lucifer.
Yeah.
Now check this out. Look at this. What foot is this? You've seen this statue before.
Wait.
I know you've seen this statue before.
Is that the one in? No, that's not the one.
Look. You see it? So there's a chain and a foot. That's the foot of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about this.
Now this statue, going back to that statue, look, there's 7 points on this
I
crown,
didn't
right?
see this. I didn't
There's
see
7
this.
points on this crown.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty has 7 points on its crown.
No.
Now go back to the statue. What's by its feet? An apple. Where is the Statue of Liberty? The Big Apple, New York City. What do they call New York City? The Big Apple. fam. Crazy.
Yo.
What's in New York City? Why are they praising the Statue of Liberty, which is literally Lucifer? And you know why it's holding a torch?
Why?
Because
Oh yeah.
Lucifer was the angel of light before.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I seen that, but I didn't know what the apple. I mean, the 7
The crown.
points thing.
Yeah. There's one thing in the world that's the most iconic.
He missed the fact that it's a torch by Lucifer's feet as well, and that's why he holding the torch up. It was on the ground at first. He picked it up. He put his crown back on and adjusted it, and he holding it up, and the chains is broken because he stood. I heard it was supposed to represent freedom, for black people. They done broke the chains. If this your first time hearing it, let me know. If not, what's your thoughts on? We can start with you, Dave.
I mean, everything that I heard, and I've seen a video before and everything, and I mean, I agree with everything they said.
You heard that, Riri? You heard of it before?
Yeah, but I don't pay attention to what it says because it came out. People can make a story out of anything, and they can find a coincidence, or they can find meaning and symbolism into any and everything. You tell me, you say something, and I can give you a coincidence of why that means this, and that, and the other. And because we want to believe or follow something so much, we started believing in it and giving it life and giving that story merit and truth. We hear a lot of stuff that's just like the Bible. There again,
You just think it possibly just a coincidence that it got all of those similarities. It don't actually mean it. It's just a coincidence.
You could a lot of stuff have a lot of stuff. That everything in this world got something means something. All these what I'm saying. That everything just means something. Everything, but the truth will always come out. You'll find out maybe this year, 10 years, 1,000 years from now. It always come out. So
Yeah.
it don't matter what it symbolizes, what it means. It's matter what you want to do about it.
You seen what one country did about it. If nobody know what it mean, and they just assume that they just let it stand there. But for that other country, they didn't look at it that way. They burnt down.
But
ball.
other countries call this Sodom and Gomorrah. Other countries call. That's why they say Americans are imbecile because we let anybody. Oh, we're the whores of Babylon because we accept any and everything and take everything that is good and make it seem wrong, and everything that's wrong reverse it and make it seem good. See, so other countries are one up on us way before we even know what we're talking about, because this is where all the murderers, the killers, the prisoners, the degenerates, the rejects flee to America so they can live the life of debauchery and do whatever they want to in America. I can't help where I was born. I didn't build this country. I was just born over here.
Yeah. What about you, Trip? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard that before, and I believe it. Me personally, I don't believe in coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence or chance. And if you think about, New York, where is it? It's the biggest financial center in the world. It's where all the money moves from. That's where the stock market is. Greed, man.
Yeah.
Keep praising it.
I like
Why did they change New York used to be New Amsterdam? Why did they change the name?
So it used to be New Amsterdam.
New York didn't
And
used to
you
always
give
be
us
New
the
York.
history on why they changed it. Then
Because
you know.
I'm
because
asking
it
the
was Dutch.
question. Why did they change the
Because it
name?
was Dutch owned. Because it was Dutch owned. The Dutch were there
Okay.
first, and then England took it.
The Dutches. The
So,
Dutch. The Dutch.
so that's when the conspiracy starts. Well, not conspiracy, but that's when the bad people got into it and they're changing it. Everything they changed, that's bad. They're making it look like it's good. So that's when they start. Okay.
Yeah, I just be like, I don't know, like it's too much of a coincidence that the Simpsons just somehow know 9/11 was gonna happen. You know, just like too much. They know Trump was gonna be the president. Like he was gonna come down the escalator. The sign was going to drop. It's just too much. Like some of this stuff just don't seem like coincidence. It seems planned. You know, and I just think they so far ahead of us, so much smarter than us. And it ain't that we dumb. They dumb us down. They want us just smart enough to do the things they need us to do, but they don't want us so smart like a Malcolm X or someone that sees what they doing and can point it out and let the people know and wake them up to what's going on. And it seems like every time somebody does wake people up, it startled them. And I always think about if somebody sleep, they say don't just wake them up. You know, like give them time because it can affect them. You know, and it seems like that's what it is. You come with new information. Like, you know, a lot of them already programmed, you know, so you just hit them with stuff. Like we be hitting people sometimes with stuff. They be like, what in the world? And they're like, the morning Mac, what y'all talking about? And then weeks later, they be like, oh, damn, I did come up. And then they start sending videos because sometimes it takes some people a little longer. Sometimes you can't just hit them right then. You hit them with little small pieces here and there and then bring it about. What you got to say, Unc? I think we got somebody just popped in here first. What up? What up? We got our boy just popped in here with us straight on the job. We was looking for you, man. What up, Trey Money?
Shit, don't be looking for me. My black ass in here frying chicken. I ain't got time to do shit. But listen, I didn't want to throw y'all off, so I was kind of hoping you ain't even bring me in till about 12:30. But what's up, everybody?
Yeah, just saying what's
What's
up.
up? What's up? What's up, Trey?
T-Way Money.
Hey there.
I'm giving everybody new names today. T-Ray Money.
Call him T-Ray.
I'll thank you. That's what my name's gonna be tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
T-Ray Money.
Ray Money.
What's your
what I'm about to say? What I'm about to say is it's funny how everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. Now, the Simpsons, what a lot of people don't know is the Simpsons have people that they have the people that do the it's called viewing something. It's called something viewing. My man know what it is. He know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's called something viewing, where they can go in the future and see what the fuck is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And then when they come back to the what is it called again?
Remote viewing.
Remote viewing. They didn't had this going on since the 60s. You know what I'm saying? It's possibly older than that, but I think it was first documented like in the 60s. But what's happening is you have people in this world that knows how to use their pineal gland. And when they open that eye, they can travel. And that's what's happening. People are being you have certain people that's being trained on the old laws of Atlanteans, the Sumerians, like all these different religions. And what they're doing is they're bringing out these people's superpowers. We all have superpowers. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know how to activate them. You know what I'm saying? But what they're doing is they're taking these people and they're making them go on remote viewing, and they're coming back and telling you what they're seeing. So they're basically playing in the spirit world. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they're doing, playing in the spirit world. So this is how they're able to tell us, because I remember the galactic law is you got to tell us the truth. Now, they didn't say what you got to put in the way to tell us the truth. So when we look at these cartoons and think these cartoons are fake, these cartoons is as real as you can get. Especially the ones back in the 70s and 80s. Them cartoons was as real as you can get. Bugs Bunny, he killing. I mean, Bugs Bunny had a goddamn white man shooting at him all day with a gun. G.I. Joe was an army cartoon. They was straight up dogging each other. The
Yeah,
whole
you
cartoon, the
you
cartoon
gone
opened up with them shooting the guns.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Molly.
saying?
what up, brother man? Yeah, what up, Dave?
Look, this is crazy. I typed in. I said the creator of The Simpsons was on the Epstein files, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't come. It wouldn't come in. It said this comment has failed to post on
Oh
VC.
man, you might get suspended. I got suspended to March something for posting something like that. Make sure y'all don't say or comment Epstein or the guy who ran Germany or something like that. They've been putting stuff on those. And only thing about that, I think a lot of people mix the spirit realm mixed up with the future. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the past and future. I just think, like you in the present. Like even if you somehow went to the past, you that past is your present. It ain't no like coming back and forth. That's just stuff that they just make up in movies. I believe. I just don't think that because I just like if they know how to swim, we know how to swim. They know how to cook, we know how to cook. They just trick us into doing everything for us. We can hunt, clean our own food, grow our own crops. They just trick us into doing it. So I just think like if they can do something, we should be able to do it too, humanly. So if they got powers and all that shit, one of us should be able to have some powers over that. But I just think that's why they probably put the poison in the food. I just don't. I think that these things that they doing is planned, and like which one sound more believable? That if I write down a movie and I plan we're gonna shoot it and then I promote it, hey, it's coming out on this date, and I drop trailers saying this is the come, is I wrote it, I planned it, so it's just like when these things come about, I think that they got a world book, like they already got set on what they want to put into play. I don't think they got no special program that they send people to the future. I think that they knew Trump was going to be president. They knew that 20 years ago, and they already threw it in there. The Simpsons was throwing it in there. Certain movies, Oprah asked them on the show. So when it actually came about, these things not by mistake. That's why they can tell you it's gonna rain for the next 7 days. Ain't nobody going to future and saying like, well, Friday it was raining like shit. I came back for Monday to let y'all know. Nah, they got certain devices that can so-called tell them, or they can make it rain. That's just my thoughts on it. I want to hear other people's thoughts on it as well. What up, butter man? Nah, Trip got unmuted. So, what you guys say down?
No, I about to say I would want to recommend y'all read this one book. And this one book was wrote in I think 1984. It's Behold the Pale Horse.
That was in the 1800s, man. I think. Oh, you talking about? Nah. I thought you talking about buying Trump book. My bad.
Nah,
They already got a book.
Behold the Pale Horse. And inside Behold the Pale Horse, it was a dude who they killed him. They killed him. He had his own radio station, and he was based out of West Virginia, and he was basically like one of America's most wanted as far as like the government wanted him dead. He was on the run for a good 10, 15 years, and they found out where he was at, and they went there and dogged him. The reason why they did is because in this book, he told everything. He told about he told about the AIDS epidemic. He told about polio. He told about this bullshit with the green monkey. You know what I'm saying? He told us about that. He told us about the aliens. He told us about the Galactic Federation that all the countries deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're not allowed to go to Antarctica. He told about he told about food. He told everything. In this book, you'll read this book and that book will scare you. They don't even allow that book in prisons no more. That's how vicious that book is. That book will scare the shit out of you because it's telling you everything that is happening. It tells you how everything is pre-planned 20 plus years. So like you said, these dates, they're for a reason. All these dates, these are sacrificial dates. These are sacrificial dates. That's why certain shit happen on certain days. You know what I'm saying? That's why they know, like you said, they know exactly what's going to happen because all this shit was already pre-written. It's a script that's going on. It's a script. We just not playing in the script because we are seeing through it. But there's a script going on, and everybody is a part of it.
Yeah, this is him right here, the creator of this book, over there, Milton William Cooper.
Yeah.
It was published in 91. He got killed in 2001, and they put killed. You know, so they let you know that somebody didn't like what he put in those books, but that's what I said. Things was planned. He ain't putting that book. A nigga went to the future and he came back and all this. Like, nah, he let you know, nah, all this stuff is planned way ahead of time.
He worked for the CIA. He worked for the CIA. He was a top official in the CIA. You know what I'm saying? And he it's like this. He got information before he got killed. He got information. He was supposed to release some more shit. He used to be on his radio station all night long. His radio station went from like 10 all the way on to the morning. And he gave you so much information, it was scary. You know what I'm saying? And then before he enters his podcast, I mean, back then that would be considered like a podcast. He would say, "Man, may God be with me because I know they're coming." He would tell you us this every fucking night. You know what I'm saying? But every night he had some different shit, and you'd be like, this shit is not real. But it was interesting to listen to him because it sounded like different books. He gave us information on different shit, different parts of the government. You know what I'm saying? He broke down the seed thing, was though he broke down why we can't grow our own farm. Like, he broke down so much. He told us what the whole plan for the world order. It talks about the world order in it. Talks about how this president is going to come and make it the world order. And what do they talk about now? All the countries are going with the world order, right? The war is about to be over this world order. They're setting up for it now. They're setting up for this war right now. And the thing about it is, the war is for the witchcraft. It's for the what is the astral plane over there? It's a portal that opened up over there. The United States is trying to get it. That's why they want Canada. It's portals opening up all over this fucking world, and the United States is chasing them.
Yeah, if you see a portal right now, ain't none of you niggas going through it. Yeah, I'm just telling y'all right now. If I seen a portal right now, you don't know what's on the other side of that thing. I ain't going through it, man.
I ain't going through it either.
They can have it. I don't believe in all that stuff. I just believe they've been together. That's why Antarctica got a treaty. They just did another treaty on one part of the ocean. So it's just like they can come together and do things way back then. They've been together since way back then. And the book telling us how they work together. So I like it. But this the guy, Martin Luther. We're going to speak on a little bit why they switched the religions up so much. This guy dropped a good Jew. We should share based on what we was talking about. Oh, I got Riri, you back with us?
Yep.
Yeah, what up, child?
Can you hear me?
What up, AQ? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
You got anything to add before we move on to the next clip?
I was listening to what Unc said, trying to get in. He was talking about the pale horse. Did I miss anything about the book?
Yeah, he talked a lot about the book. Was breaking down what they had going on in there, how he was telling us a lot of things that already, came about. It was already in the book, how they already planned it and how they was working together with special agents and stuff like that. Whatever, Al.
Okay.
Anytime I'm just waiting on my spaceship, pick me. Hey, man, hey,
said that,
that's funny because I'm waiting on mine too.
Yeah, Reese, I'm eating more baked foods. Okay, Chow say eating more baked foods, Reese.
Okay, I know that's right. I got to get back on my good look. I've got this shot in my eye. I'm gonna be up slicing and dicing to cut some things.
Did you get the grapefruit?
I didn't. We didn't go to the grocery store yet.
Did she get the grapefruit?
So I would definitely get the grapefruit tomorrow because when Louisa come tomorrow, we going by the grocery store. She said she gonna come early in the morning, and that's on a Wednesday. I'm gonna take advantage of that and go to the store early in the morning.
Okay.
Reese,
Yes,
Great.
sir.
did you have anything to add to it before we move to the next topic?
No, I can't even see the next topic. So I couldn't hear everything, but y'all go here to the next topic, baby. I'm here.
All good. All good. Just want to make sure.
Watch this.
Martin Luther didn't like the Catholic Church and founded the Lutheran Church. Calvin didn't like the Lutheran Church and founded the Reformed or Calvinist Church. Henry VIII didn't like being denied Catholic marriage and founded the Anglican Church. John Smith disliked the Anglican Church and founded the Baptist Church. William Miller didn't like the Baptist Church and founded the Adventist movement. Ellen G. White really liked what William Miller said and founded the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Charles T. Russell didn't like the Adventist Church and founded Jehovah's Witnesses. Joseph Smith disliked the Methodist Church and founded the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as the Mormons. John Wesley disliked the Anglican Church and founded the Methodist Church. Some pastors didn't like the Methodist Church and founded the Pentecostal Church. Many did not like the Pentecostal Church and founded thousands of churches like Stop Suffering, Assemblies of God, Light of the World, etc. The evangelical movement came from the Baptist Church, while the born-again movement came from the evangelical churches. The born-again faith emerged in the late 1930s in the U.S., and it gained popularity in the 1970s and 1980s, its golden age. There are now 35,000 different so-called Christian religions.
Watch this.
Hello. Bingo Pacino.
It's so many, and I
that.
just be so amazed that even in those times when people ain't like what they had in front of them, they just made their own, you know, and that's probably what they really believe in. But I just be like, why we just so forcing to take on other people's beliefs? We don't even know most of these people at all. Some people probably never heard of most of these people, but these are the people who came up with these ideas that people praying to today. We don't know who came up really with the Christianity faith. They can give you a name, but you don't know who he got the idea from or where it stemmed from. And now you can start to see or add a timeline when these things started. So it just be like, what are we doing here? And now it makes sense why a lot of people starting to create their own religions, which I thought when I was young, I thought you just couldn't do that. I just thought people was just doing things out of their own, but you can literally start your own religion, start a church, and get funding for it from the government. You know, so I don't know, man. But this probably a lot of people first time hearing. I want to hear y'all thoughts after hearing this video. Reese, was you able to at least hear it?
Yeah, I heard the video. I seen the video and everything. Yes. And I knew this. I knew this because we had to do, like I said, I did a course called World Religion. And we had to get in there. And it's so funny. People don't want to hear the truth. Like my aunt, she's an avid Jehovah's Witness. When I told her that they used to be called the Russellites, she's like, oh, no, they didn't. I had to go back and show it to you. Yes, you was. Y'all was called the Russellites. I didn't like the name Russellites. Same denomination, same, cult, same, not a cult, all religions is like that, but same follow and worship and stuff, the same thing. They just changed the name. So if I don't like what you saying, I'm gonna start a church over here, and those people that think like me, that act like me, we're gonna call it the Mollyisms. Molly, the flat world theory. If I don't like this, I can start this and you're right. All you get a name and get backed by the government, and the government pays you. You can get money from the government and get backed and 501(b) and not charge taxes and all of that. But the catch with the government, you cannot preach about certain things or it will not be government funded. You got to follow their what is that thing that they call not the benediction. You got to follow their y'all know what it is. You got to follow their not the commandments. You got to follow their it's on the tip of my tongue. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Agenda.
You got to follow their bylaws.
The agenda.
Yeah, that too. Yes, indeed. And you hit it right. And that's why everybody is so against each other. They take the smallest things and keep us divided. The smallest things. I don't want to work. I believe the work day end on a Saturday. I'm gonna go to the 7-day Adventist because they end the week right. Well, I'm gonna go to High Ark Anti-Baptist Church, whatever. It's just it don't make a difference. We all know good and bad. Is all of us have it in us because we were born in it. You know, we was born with good and bad. Which one you going to choose to let your light shine where? But you choose to do good things to help other people, to love other people, or do you choose to do corrupt things and join the government and hurt other people? Or try to control over people, make other people do what you want to do. You know, that's why they call it free will. We choose what we want to do. And apparently we could make a religion to choose how we want to worship too.
Yeah, religion played a big role, I see, in society. But it makes sense to me why they would want to keep constantly switching, because if I come along and I'm a ruler and I got my people believing in somebody else's religion, or even if I believe in it, somebody can talk them into fighting against me. But if I got my people believing in something totally different, they will always fight with me and against whatever they talking about. So they feel like they fighting for their God, you know. So it did find a way to divide people. What was your thoughts on it, David Green, after seeing that clip?
The key thing for me, it was when they were saying that it wasn't because, you know what I mean, what was being said or done or whatever was right and wrong, is because they didn't agree with it. They went to start their own junk. You know what I mean? Pretty much the same thing with Reese was saying. You know what I mean? You could say something. I said, you know what? I don't agree with what Molly's saying. I'm going to start Funny Man Greenism or something. You know what I mean? So
Make a lot of sense. If you don't like what they doing, just do your own thing. I done seen people do that with charities. Hey, I work for this company. I don't like what they doing. Know what? I'm gonna start my own company. And my boy Allen, he just started his own thing, you know. And I'm pretty sure he worked for some other companies before, but now he got his own. So it do make sense why people would want to start their own. What's your thoughts on it, Trip?
I mean, yeah, basically agree. You know, it's people just not agreeing with what people are saying and starting their own thing. I don't know. I don't really have much thought on it. Yeah, y'all kind of just pretty much hit the nail on the head. You know, me personally, I believe that you know, I believe I am God, not God in the sense that I'm a ruler, but I believe that He's inside me. We're all God. We're all the same. We're all just different we're all God experiencing itself in different forms, you know?
I like that, you know. And a lot of people hear that, they get offended, because I got buddies that say, "Yeah, I'm a god," and you know, people like, "See, I don't like that. Why you be calling yourself a god?" And I'd be like, "I get what he's saying. Like, if a dog have a child, he's not giving life to a pig or anything different. It's a dog. A dog give life to a dog. A pig give life to a pig. A cow give life. So if God created us and we are children of God, we gods. Why would God have anything else? Yeah, we call them human beings, you know, because we're in these shells overnight. But if we, the son of God, the daughters of God, then yeah, we gods. You know, that's how they look at it. So I do understand it. What's your thoughts on the Kool-Aid after seeing the clip in here with everybody? I just say, you got anything you might want to add?
Oh my God. After seeing the clip, like I said, I love this show because you guys are really, really informative and showing, you know, things that some people might not know. And I didn't know that. So I'm a little bit confused and my brain is just all over the place because I'm a little bit different than others and the way I think is different, you know, because everybody has their own beliefs, everybody has their own thinking. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And now I see the world in a different light. I actually, I don't know. I just see everything different now just by seeing that. And it confirms what I believe in and what I am about. Far as the God thing, your God, I think we're all God and goddesses. You know what I mean? I can agree with that. Just like I think we're all queens and kings and things of that nature. We all have a soul. You know, we all have a good spirit inside of us. Some of us have bad spirits, either or. But now I'm just, my world is not crumbled, but I'm a little confused and I'm a little not scared, but I'm just a little bit, I have to do my own thing now from now on with my own thinking of what I believe in, what I can do. Just like what Uncle was saying, you could tap into your own spirituality, you could tap into your own magic, which I do. I call myself a witch. You know, when I say that, I don't mean a bad witch, but I call myself a witch because I can do good things and manifest things. I can walk down the street and say, hey, damn, I need $20, and $20 will just fly out in the sky and I'll just, ooh, there it go. You know, so that's just my own thing. I can go into a store and say, I hope I get this Chipotle free. And next thing I know, they're like, go ahead, it's on us. So I manifest good things. It's just the people I was around that actually tried to darken my light and my, I don't want to say magical power, so y'all think I'm crazy, but I do have some kind of magical thing that I had before I met certain people that tried to take the negativity and bring negativity into me. So anyways, but as far as the religion and God and all that, I don't know. I don't know now. I just know that there's something that is good, that is a good spirit, that is everything all in one. Every religion that everybody's trying to pray to, there's one. There's just one, and he's everything. He can be the judge, he can be a doctor, he can be anything. You know, it's anything. And all this stuff that's going on with the portals and the aliens and all this crap, it's just too much for me. So I'm staying in my happy land, and I'm gonna be aware. And I'm glad to have this show and different people, you know, teaching me things, because like I said, I didn't know nothing about none of this, and this is tripping me out. And I just know that there is good and there's evil, because like I said, I didn't sing evil shit, I didn't sing spirits, I sing ghosts, I sing all types of stuff. So I believe in both sides, but now I'm starting to think like, wow, what is going on? Because I was raised in believing in Jesus Christ the Lord. He's white and, you know, with the long hair, but I don't believe in that. I do believe in God, you know, but I believe that my God is not a color. He's just everything. So that's it.
I agree, Alan. Alan on this shit right there. Like he said, aliens are real. He going in. What's your thoughts? You popped out for a second. You back with us. What's your thoughts?
The volume keep going. Y'all be talking and the volume will go out. I won't be able to hear really nothing y'all be saying. So I gotta hurry up and pop out. But like I said, it's amazing how from COVID to now, COVID divided us, right? COVID divided us. COVID made us have to be with ourselves, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? It also awoken us in a way that a lot of people would never truly imagine. And it made us focus on ourselves. We had to focus on ourselves. We couldn't, you had to learn how to live without there being outside society. You know what I'm saying? Now, you go from that point, whereas though that's when all these great lies just now started. All these great lies, because as I told y'all, there was no COVID. There was when they put these 3G towers up and all these 5G towers up, it was radiation. They put these towers up while they said everybody was sick, but everybody had radiation poisoning. That's why it was so many deaths. And it was a disease the Chinese people brought over here. You motherfuckers, no, it wasn't. You son of a bitch, you put them 5G towers up. You put them up so fast, even though you knew, because the towers is like I said, is radiation. The towers connecting in between each other. So everything in between these towers was catching radiation poisoning. And that's why the poisoning came. It comes from the lungs. What cooks? What cooks from the inside out? A microwave. A microwave. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. People got cooked out here. And it's messed up. I'm saying it like that, but that's exactly what happened. People got cooked from the inside out. And then they say, if you had any type of breathing problems, it was COVID. No, you son of a bitches, it was radiation. That's why That's why they stopped doing autopsies. No autopsy was put out there. The first time they found out there was radiation problems. Oh no, it's COVID in the United States, and yeah, it's spread. Oh, we got the first case. If you got the first case, so how the fuck you can't stop it? If you got this one motherfucker, you say it's the first case, how the fuck you can't stop it? You got crack kids and everything up under the sun that was around people who had COVID, so-called COVID, and ain't nothing happening to them. They was healthy as a motherfucker. What I'm saying is right now, all the truth is coming out. And it's crazy that, as I said earlier, we're learning that our whole life has been a fucking lie. And the only reason why we're at this point in our life is because we woke up one morning and asked the question like, what the fuck is really going on? As I said, and I'm gonna say this last thing and I'm gonna be quiet. This is why they don't want the Epstein files out, because then it will show who they're worshiping. Moloch. They're worshiping Moloch, and they can't let that get out. That's
Exactly.
why. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason. Because if you let too much get out as far as what they're doing, we already know what y'all doing. We already know y'all doing rituals. So they're not saying, oh, well, the rituals are they're doing rituals for Moloch. That's why children are involved. That's why, like I said, right now it's crazy that the internet is blowing up with them cooking people. They make black people in this industry eat other black people. This shit is crazy. You got people that's worshiping a God that they won't even tell you his name. They won't even say his name. They won't even say your God's name in church. They say Jesus Christ, but they won't say your God's name. So how can you say this is my father when I don't even know his name? If I'm created from a God, then that makes me a God because I'm the son of a God. It's very easy. It's very simple, and that's one power that we have. When you say I rebuke you, you send all entities. Y'all have to understand one thing. You give entities permission to be in your life and mess your life up. You can take that. You can take that permission away. You can take that permission away. That's why they say whenever somebody asks to be invited in your house, you tell them no. Fuck no, you ain't coming in my house. Because the demon must be invited in. So fuck no, you're not coming in. No. And like I said, when we having these dreams that we can't breathe and all that, these are entities that's fighting for us. They're trying to take over our body. These are entities that see the light when we sleep. These are entities that really try and kill us in our sleep.
Oh, I believe that because one day I was sleeping and a couple of times I was sleeping. Not one day. You know, you wake up, you say, oh my God, I can't breathe. Or no, I be doing stuff like that. Or my kids, because it seemed like somebody's trying to kill me in my dream. And the doctor going to say I had sleep apnea. Goodbye. No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, they got an answer for everything. They say if the brain wake up before the body, that's what causes that. Yeah, I used to be looking right at my little brother and them. I can't scream or nothing. Like I know y'all, motherfucker, just look this way, and then eventually, like it let go, and damn, you know. And they was like, that's just the brain waking up before the body. And I was young, I believe that. I was like, well, shit, my brain always waking up before my body. They need to get on the same accord because this shit is out of hand.
Also, sleep paralysis too. I do believe in the demon part about it, but
I promise you, excuse me, my bad, Trey, but I promise you, if you going through that and you say I rebuke you, I don't give you permission. I swear, if you say I rebuke you and I don't give you no permission, it will go away and it will not come back.
You wake up. Yeah, that's true. And if I'm having a sleep apnea episode, how come when I say certain words, all of a sudden stop there?
Yeah.
Ask the doctor that.
That's the medicine right there.
I feel like you can think your way out of anything. Just like you can think your way into being sick, you can think stuff away too. So your mindset, I definitely think helps with keeping those type of things away or getting them away from you. So I think your mindset too makes you more susceptible, more able to like dodge shit like that. You know.
You got to be awfully quick thinking to think about that.
Say all we fight demons, but God handle those battles. But we get a Snapchat of the fight. Yep, I like it. Hey.
Yeah.
You also gotta be careful when Uncle saying rebuking. You got also gotta be careful with the name you're rebuking, because you know, like it says, Beelzebub can't cast out Beelzebub.
I like that. Well, I know a lot of people said Jesus worked, so it must be different demons out here. You know, they like, nah, tell them what we fighting, but whatever it is, we need to find a way to protect ourselves. I see Kool-Aid got a kit, some people gave her, test us.
And I want to talk to Kool-Aid about that, right? Say this. Do not there's a misunderstanding about sage and all these scents. You don't want to put that in your house. Because that sage itself, it allows entities to come into your house.
I don't have sage, but I get what you're saying. I don't have
a lot of people don't even know that. Just like
I don't have
you're obviously not supposed to have trees in your house. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to leave food out in your kitchen overnight. It's a lot of things that I'm saying that you do to invite these entities into your home. I'm saying that's why it's so important in the morning to have self-talk, like I always comment on. Because if you put these words out there, that's your manifesto for the day. You know what I'm saying? You can do it throughout the day. That's how you manifest. But you have to put it out there. You have to put the positive out there for the world, because that's what you control the world. If you tell this world to do something, guess what? The world will. If you put that energy out there, everything that's connected to that energy is going to come your way. That's why they say never take the first thing in anything you do. You go see some shoes. Oh, I like these. Nah, look around, because your energies are working. We jump on the first thing. We're not waiting for our energies to kick all the way in. And it's always, damn, if I would have waited, man, damn, I would have had that car if I would have waited probably about another week. God damn.
But I believe what you're saying, and I don't have sage. And actually, somebody tried to give me sage before, and I do believe in stuff like that. See, everything ain't for everybody. That might be for somebody else. I know people that pray to the ancestors. I don't do that. My ancestors are dead. You know what I'm saying? I pray to myself. I pray to manifest things in my life. And another thing is, there is something that I do believe in. Now, one time I was trying to get rid of this person in my house. And just like you said, you can't invite certain people in and demons and all that. I was trying to get rid of this person. They would not leave. I tried everything. I tried the police. I even spit on them. They didn't leave. So what I did was I ended up I heard this whisper in my I heard this whisper in my ear, and I said, please, how can I get rid of this person? And it said, go get some salt. I got the salt out the kitchen, and I threw it over my left shoulder, and this motherfucker left. He came down, snatched his bag, and he left. So my thing is, it's just what you believe in and what you can achieve. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I that stuff that I showed y'all is still in my. I didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't know what, I don't know if I want to deal with that. So you can't pray to two different gods either. There's only one God that you believe in. If you believe that your God's going to get away with all them evil spirits, then you go with that. Because then now you're bringing in that magic of the voodoo of something else. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, the more you learn, the better.
And be careful what you play with. If you don't understand it, don't play with it. Play with it, but don't play with it.
Right. Only thing I play with is praying to, what I pray to, and what I believe in. I'm not doing all that other stuff. I'm not doing none of that other stuff, because it, like even the evil eye, people wear those little things around them. I was doing that, and I thought that would protect me. And then I started to think, nah, you know what I'm saying? Your Lord and Savior's protecting you, not this thing around this energy. Because I'm wearing this. You don't know what they prayed over it and what they did. So one day my grandma said, get rid of that. And I'll never forget it. I didn't listen to her. I put it on me, and it just all fell off. Like the pieces broke by itself. So you're right.
Yeah. I just be careful with a lot of those things. Not like I don't believe in it or anything. I love, when people do the sage and all that. 'Cause I understand where it came from and why it was created. But with the ancestors, it was always confusing to me, because, I always was told, when your grandparents die or something, they go into heaven. you know. And I was always told like they're gonna watch over you when they gone, or somebody say don't worry about it, your mom's watching over you, she looking down on you, da, da, da. So she in heaven with God. And if
There
Jesus,
ain't no heaven yet.
you know, and if Jesus so-called died here, I'm saying as a kid, this is what they believed, and this is what I believed in. It don't make sense then why I can't talk to her, but I can talk to a dead Jesus. You know, I can talk to God that's in heaven where my mom or my grandparents or whoever did at the time supposed to be. It's like, why is that demonic? You know, like me speaking to somebody that's beside God right now is demonic, you know. So that
Somebody
just
said that was demonic.
yeah, people really believe that.
Oh
That's why they
wow!
don't speak to their ancestors, you know. And
I
I
just
just
believe they can't hear you. They
yeah,
did,
they
but
definitely can't hear you, you
you
know.
can
And it's
acknowledge
like,
them and give homage and talk to them. You can talk to anybody you want to. I believe that, and
yeah,
one of them might hear. You know,
no,
because
but
this is
that's the
just
thing.
magical out there like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I ain't trying to go with. That's why I'm going off without my experience when I'm talking about. You know, so you can believe what you want. This is what I believe. It's just losing my thought when you cut in. It's just that
Right.
point I'm trying to make is that these entities are dead. These entities are not here. You know, it's no different than people saying like when they having a dream and they calling on to this spirit. It's just like what's the difference? You know, it's just like you calling on something that's actually not here, you know, but that's not demonic. You calling on names that you never even met and never loved or care about at all, but that's not demonic. But the minute you call on somebody that actually gave you life, the reason why you here on earth is demonic. So I just always confusing to me, you know, like why people will talk to something they can't see, but won't talk to something that they used to see. So I just be telling people, do what you want, you know, it is your belief, you know, but that was just always a question to me, like to people that does speak to other entities or God or Jesus and stuff. Why is it a problem with speaking to your ancestors if you can speak to these other entities that you never actually met? You know, so we can get into this a lot. I don't want to overdo it with y'all because I know we got tomorrow wellness women. We already went up, but I'm gonna start with you too late since you finished talking and you might want to add something to what I said on that. Leave us with some good energy before we get up out of here.
Well, believe in what you believe in, but always just believe in you. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I love that. I always believe in you. Crip, leave us with some good energy, brother, before you get up out of here.
Have an abundant day. Stay focused, stay positive, and watch your mouth. Because if you don't, the universe will watch it for you. Much love, y'all. Take care.
I like that. The universe will watch it for you. Uncle E.
I want everybody to have a good day. Education is great. Education is great, even when you learning the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the falsehoods. Education is great. So, you know, I want everybody to, you know, go out here and, you know, test some of the things that we didn't say today as far as manifestation and talking to the atmosphere and you know, let's put it to a test. Y'all have a good day.
Like that. Funny man Green. The man got his workout gear on the dates, man.
I mean, pretty much what what Uncle was saying. You know, be educated. You know, find your own education because there's so many things, whatever like that. No, that you find out on a daily that we been either taught wrong or things been hidden or whatever. No, so why it says, study to show thyself approved. You got to find information on yourself. Because we just seen there's like 3,000 different religions.
Yeah, definitely is. And counting, because I'm gonna come up with one eventually. Read some good energy before you go, or before they zap you out of here.
I know. Well, look, on my phone they did it too. Like Well, this is what the good energy is. I want to piggyback on what Unc said and what David Green said. It's studied to show that self-approved. We are just giving our opinions. We giving what we learned and what we read, but you got to study it for yourself. Like, I can't tell you where you going. Only you know where you're going. All I can do is tell you, give you some good advice, some good directions. So you got to study the map and find out where you're going on your own. That's all we do here on the Morning Max Show. We tell you our opinions, and what we believe and how we think. That does not mean that you have to do what we say, think the way we think. We want you to formulate your own opinion. We just let you know this is how we feel.
Right.
And just because you don't feel like what somebody else feel, you may disagree, whatever, it's cool, because we all ain't gonna feel the same. That's why we ask you how you feel, David. David may not feel like me, and Molly may not feel like Trey, and Trey may not feel like. That's why we value each and everybody's opinion, and we believe in that here on the Morning Max Show. Formulate your own plan of attack. Do your thing. We just ask that you don't hurt nobody in the meantime and in between time. And that's what I believe y'all will love and happiness, baby. Something make you want to do wrong. Make you want to do right.
Over there. You know they fixing that apartment up. Hey, give us some good energy before you go, brother.
I feel like people, if you can hear me, I feel like people can attribute a lot of their actions. They can say, "Oh, I'm robbing niggas today because I got a demon on me," or "I'm treating people like shit because I got a demon on me." I feel like you'll move a lot more efficient in life if you put the weight on yourself and take the blame off of external sources. I feel like you face yourself and start saying, "Nigga, it's me." Look in the mirror and say, "Oh, it's me. I'm the problem. Well, I need to fix this. I need to do this." I feel like life will move a lot smoother for you.
Hey,
I like that.
Mirrors, what I say? Mirrors, hello.
Mirrors. There's a lot of history on mirrors. We'll talk about it Thursday, but we ain't gonna get too deep on that. 'Cause I know he can really go on about the mirror. But I definitely appreciate everybody who tapped in with us. Definitely our boy Alan. He had a lot of good comments, but I like this one. He said it's all energy. Energy stay with us. When folks pass away, keep their energy, and that's what it's all about, good energy. I believe that we are the gods, we are the devils, like we keep looking outsourced, but like Trey said, we need to look within, because we can easily wake up and say, I want to do wrong. You can easily wake up and say, I want to do good. So you had the power to be a God and you had the power to be a devil. And I think that's where we get the word God and devil from, good and evil. It's just too close. It makes sense, so just decide what you want to be. Do you want to be evil or you want to be good, and sometimes we got to, when you got to protect yours or protect your kid, you might got to do what some people consider an evil thing, but at the end of the day, it got to be in you to do it, so if your kids or anybody in trouble and you're in a position where you got to put hands on somebody or, pull something out, it ain't that you just an evil person, but you still got that devil in you if you got to let him out. So I believe that we all gods and devils. Just choose to be godly the majority of the time that you out here, man.
I like them glasses too, Molly.
These my Bobs, man. Rest in peace. See that energy stay with me, man.
That's why I like them joints, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. If y'all can hear me, this is a pre-Mother's Day Mama So Crazy comedy show, y'all. This is going to be at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center. This event is on Saturday, May 9th. Like I say all the time, this is going to be a bomb event, in my opinion, because you don't have just one man on the ones and twos. You got three of them. So DJ B, man, DJ Smooth, DJ Dark, shout out to y'all. If you need contact information for them for any reason, you'll see it down below in purple. It's $40 for the early bird special, $50 for tickets in advance. Tickets at the door. It's at 401 North Howard Street in Baltimore, Maryland. Doors open at 7 p.m. Comedy show starts from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then for the late goers, the after party type people, you got an after party that's going to be happening after 10 o'clock. A few people on the roster. You got Xavier Morgan. You got our very own Althea McFarland. You got Gwen Factory. It's going to be headlined by Susan and Dutch Hawkins. And you have, it's going to be hosted by Barbie Brooks. All right, love and happiness. Y'all heard her singing just a minute ago. This is what this is the type of vibe she on. So we're gonna carry this vibe from now until we have this event on May 23rd. So it's gonna be Saturday, May 23rd, obviously of this year. The only thing we require is that you come to have fun and be 21. You can scan the QR code in the bottom left corner for information directly to Eventbrite, and you can get your information on your tickets. You can also reach out to Althea McFarland as well as myself or Molly for information if you need to for any reason. It's going to be DJ Slot Tie on the ones and twos. The reason why we have this song right here that we're closing out to is because of him. So he's going to be on the ones and twos mixing it up for us. You got a few people that's going to be on the roster. Obviously, like we said, our headliner, Althea McFarland, is going to be hosted by the Gwen Factor. You got two special guests, Gerald B. Gerald B. Is the main man in Reese's eyes and everybody else's eyes on here. Special guest is Jawan Cap. It's going to be featuring Mimi Manning. This is at Terminal 8 Lounge, Bar and Lounge, 2109 Berry Road in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, this is a comedy celebration show, everybody. It's going to be hosted by Howard G, which is the Kiss My Bumper guy. I think everybody knows that guy, like I say all the time. I grew up on him personally, so if I can make it to this event, I'll be excited to see him again. Okay, that one passed. Quantico Gardens Comedy Kickoff Series. It's going to be headlined by Miss Chocolate. Okay, somebody else on the roster again. This is another event that our very own Althea McFarland will be on, and this is also hosted by Philip Page, who is the man with the master plan when it comes to this entity. Let's Get Ready to Funny Productions is this entity. You can reach out to him, Althea McFarland. If you know Miss Chocolate, Brian Birch, or Ronald B.C. Harris, you can reach out to them for ticket information as well. This event is going to be on March 21st. It's two shows. You got one show from 5 to 7. You got a later show from 9 to 11, so you can't really miss it. This is going to be at Quantico Gardens. For reservations and information, you can call 540-621-8017 or QuanticoGardens@gmail.com. There's also a QR code for further information. 3987 Richmond Highway, Stafford, Virginia is the location. $25 ticket.
Make it if you can.
Did we forget one? We forgot. Did we forgot the March the 7th? Suitland, March the 7th, Big Mike birthday.
Yeah,
March the 7th or Suitland.
Top, I probably got it on this laptop. Yeah, gotta resend it. Let me see. Big Mike. We'll talk about it, Riri.
It's March the 7th. Stores open at 7. I do believe so. Showtime is at 8. Tickets, I think it's like $25. If I'm talking to it off the top of the head. Big Mike birthday celebration hosted by our very own Woo Woo from Baltimore. And I'm going to be in attendance and on the roster as well. DJ Cheese. Cut the cheese and forgot the crackers, but DJ Cheese is going to be the DJ for that event. I don't know what else to say. It's so Suitland. I don't know the address offhand, but I do know it's Suitland Event Center. Is that what it's called, Molly?
The Pavilion.
The Pavilion. And that's off of Suitland Road. That's in Suitland, Maryland. So I don't know the address offhand. I'm sorry, y'all.
You good.
But it's going to be a great show. But I was told it is going to be a great show. So y'all believe. I know that. So, yeah. The Wellness Wednesday is tomorrow, y'all.
And then with the same time as always, 10:30 a.m. Talking about health.
Health is wealth.
Hey, Molly.
Yo.
My son once hooked up on that sea moss.
Oh, he liked it. Man. I was wishing I could have left.
Y'all it's good.
They pulled him up, man. I thought you was with you. Yeah, you can keep it if they don't buy. They bought everything. Dang. I'm gonna have more though. Next time you gotta get you down here with us, Dave.
Yeah, it definitely it's gonna be a fleet in Raleigh, North Carolina. So y'all, because people in North Carolina, tell Molly bring some of that sea moss with him. I want to try it since you say it's good. So yeah, we gonna bring it down there. He gonna bring it to y'all. Y'all gonna be hooked just like Dave and them got hooked. That lemonade is the truth. And he had dandelion lemonade. Dandelion tea.
Yeah, I had both.
Yo, baby. Baby.
Just JoJo baby. He would have loved that. We miss you, JoJo. Come back. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.